What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another highly combustible reaction. We're jumping into time to learn. That's what we're jumping into. How communism created Dutch cultural icons. Obviously, we know Buurman and Buurman. Obviously, I can't say it the right way because I can't get my oohs the right way. Get over and show Flourish all the love in the world. Links inside of the description. Let's go see what we got.
Do you know these two characters? If you do, I'd be willing to bet that you are from one of these three countries.
I know them, but I'm probably not from one of those three countries. Just gonna throw that out there.
Czechia, Slovakia, and the Netherlands. This is Pat, and this is Matt. And these are Dutch cultural icons, made proudly in an iconic place. Communist Czechoslovakia. Wait, hold up. So, yeah, the year is 1976. To get his mind off of whatever the fuck is happening outside in the totalitarian state that the country is, Lubomir Beniš and Vladimir Zhirinek created two silent egghead characters, Pat and Matt. Inspired by human stupidity and everyday society, where basic products were low quality as the companies who made them were state controlled, which made them have little to no competition, as there was no need for that. Plus the shortages of goods. Yeah, this created a sort of do-it-yourself culture, where due to the planned economy and the state-controlled companies' lack of quality products, people had to make their own makeshift items and make do with what they have. A good example of this is the iconic hanging carpet on walls, where because of the low quality of the housing, which were not isolated well, people hung their carpets on the wall, as they were warm and kept the heat in. Western Europeans buy, Eastern Europeans make do. But back on topic. The series revolves around the two doing feudal tasks.
What? No, that says buy vibrators
People
on
hung
there.
their carpets on the wall, as they were warm and kept the heat in. Western Europeans buy, Eastern Europeans make do. But back on topic. The series revolves around the two doing feudal tasks, where each episode ends in a complete catastrophe, or an absurd machine. The humor is primarily done through the absurdity and the slapstick moments between the two characters. So when TV broadcasters saw a child-friendly, stop-motion, non-political 5 to 10 minute runtime, no dubbing or translation needed, it was a pretty easy sell. This is how Pat and Matt were broadcasted to about 80 countries. See, in the 1980s, Czechoslovak animation was huge. It had a good reputation with Western Europe due to the showcases of various pieces in international animation festivals. The reason why this was possible during the Cold War was due to various treaties that were signed between East and West in the decades before this. Treaties like the Helsinki Accords in 1975, where various agreements got signed, from sovereign equality to peaceful settlements of disputes. And important for us, improve the conditions of journalism and expand cultural exchanges, which sort of includes Pat and Matt. I gotta be honest, I really don't have a PhD in history, so yeah, take this bit with a little bit of grain of salt. Except in one of those countries, it was broadcasted differently. In the Netherlands, Pat and Matt talk.
Kanker.
Originally,
There's no way he really said that. The things that we've seen have been so wholesome. That was not wholesome. I know Dutch swear words when I hear Dutch swear words.
in the Netherlands, Pat and Matt talk.
Kanker.
Originally
way.
broadcasted in 1982 under the name Do It Yourself, the series was not a success. So in 1984, where a bunch of stuff happened, which isn't really important for us to talk about, which resulted in a longer time slot
In 1983, something great happened. I was born.
to broadcast TV kid shows. And yeah, this is a children's show I'm talking about. Don't worry about it. The man who was in charge of this time slot, Bernie Boss, decided on a few things. There was going to be a few changes. The bald motherfuckers were going to have dialogue in Dutch, so that young viewers watching the series knew what was happening. The series would rename to Neighbor and Neighbor and refer to themselves as such. And number 3, there's no 3. It's incredible how much just
Number
adding
3, there is no 3.
voices did for the show. Now obviously it's not nothing, since you gotta pay the voice actors, edit way more and whatnot. And at this point, I think the series encapsulates Dutch culture of directness and still staying optimistic when things are looking down. Even though Pat and Matt can't swear because obviously it's a kid show, well, they let it rip sometimes and get censored afterwards. They say these minced oaths, which I only discovered now that's a word. Absurdity of what's even happening at any given moment, the stubbornness to not give up, and the wording is just a perfect mishmash of everything. Pat and Matt became Dutch cultural icons by representing Dutch culture using slapstick humor and dialogue where it would be fun to watch for all ages. Theater shows, books, merchandise, street art, probably the best show to learn Dutch, meet and greets.
Call anonymous. You call anonymous.
I can't. They know me. They know my voice. They'll know me. Please, you gotta do it for me. I'm begging you.
You'll have a hard time finding someone in the Netherlands that doesn't know these characters. One of the big parts which makes this even happen is that the voice actors improvise everything. Here's a little excerpt of what they had to say about the series.
Toen we in het begin die filmpjes inspraken, toen konden we niet meer dan 4 filmpjes op 1 dag. Ja, okay. Want dan waren we zo melig. Ja, als je op een gegeven moment zo melig bent dat je alleen nog maar om elkaar moet lachen tijdens het inspreken, dan kan je wel doorgaan, maar dan komt er niks.
So why, if the Dutch
they spent so much time laughing at one another they could only do 4 episodes a day.
Voiceovers were so successful, didn't other languages try dubbing the characters? It was actually tried. After looking into a little bit more, I found out that there's actually a whole story to this, which I'll try to explain shortly. According to this YouTube comment, apparently this episode was made specifically for American audiences. However, the broadcasting rights and the copyright rights were all over the place, so this plan just fell through. This episode eventually was found in South Korea of all places, and was shared online. Currently, this episode is on the official Padamat YouTube channel, which it feels really weird having these characters speak English. Because of how old this information actually is, I can't really verify it, and I gotta be honest, I'm not going down a rabbit hole of copyright laws and broadcasting rights just to find this out. Talking about copyright, I actually got hit by it by just showcasing this episode. The copyright owner, HxCReact, still allows me to use the footage, but they're just gonna take all of the money from this video, which I don't really make money, but I really don't want to take any chances. The voices do sound very forced and obviously don't have the same charm as the Dutch voices.
Oh, no.
You're really missing...
Yeah, not as much charm at all. I wouldn't even want to watch the English episode.
The Dutch like minced oaths and just almost the general realness in the Dutch voices.
Oké, daar zitten we nou. Lijkt naar die 53 wel.
It's way more funny in Dutch.
There are some other English dubs on the internet, but the credibility of these not being fan dubs is something I don't really want to bother with. But is it even any good? The older seasons are definitely my favorite. They definitely changed up how they handle most episodes to be more applicable to child audiences. Old episodes had more slapstick to them. Padamat would literally fall 300 meters and be okay. Obviously, showing characters in dangerous situations is not that well liked by parents and TV executives, so this definitely changed because of that. Only really figured this out while editing that in older seasons they would literally create things like concrete and glue with eggs and flour and whatnot. They probably changed this to stop kids from recreating what they do, or this could have also changed because the economic situation in Czechia and Slovakia was getting better due to the collapse of the Eastern Bloc and the Soviet Union. Or I could also just be looking into it a little bit too much. I'm not entirely sure, and I just really love the older seasons because of the nostalgia as well. Either way, the new episodes are fun to watch, but you can tell that they were changed by the fame. Older seasons were set in the roughest of commie blocks and the hoods in bumfuck nowhere. Now they live in detached houses with backyards that are big as fuck. Quick rapid fire round for things I wanted to mention in this video but didn't really know where to. The music is iconic, it's cheery, it's upbeat, but it knows when it needs to be down in tone a little bit. It's iconic and it perfectly fits the series. Matt's sweater was originally red in the first episode, but this got changed to grey as it was thought that the red and yellow sweaters were supposed to be a representation of the Soviet Union and the Chinese Communist Party. They were forced to change the sweater color because the tensions between the two were pretty high in this period. Obviously, the sweater eventually changed back to red. There was a Padamat game released on Steam. It looks like a pretty dogshit game. It was just a simple point and click game, nothing really much going for it, and it isn't even available to be bought on Steam anymore.
Dan kunnen we hem verslepen. Oh, ik maak je af. Oh, ik dacht iets zo'n nek ding. Zo'n bedreiging. Ja.
Are they gay? I personally don't really care. It would be really
I personally don't really care either.
Funny if they were gay because it's a Dutch series and all Dutch people are gay. But I personally just believe that boys will just be boys. And apparently in Iceland, they also aired the Dutch dub. My Icelandic friend told me this and I assume he isn't lying. He also thought that what they spoke was gibberish instead of Dutch, so... Oh, and I almost forgot their iconic...
A lot of Dutch sounded like gibberish to me when we first started this journey too.
That's sure.
Nou, how you do?
Sometimes I do actually hear people say it in real life when they finish something, which is really funny, and it just means that's that or it is done. One last thing I gotta say is that it's kind of hard to find information about such an old series, so I couldn't really cover everything, nor do I really think that everything I covered was 100% to the T correct. So sorry for spreading misinformation in advance. As well as if you're interested in actually watching the episodes, they're all on YouTube, and the Dutch dubs do have English subtitling. Not for all of them, because they're definitely a hassle to make. So you'll only have about the first few episodes with subtitling, and then you won't have it after. I would also recommend watching this video about the Padamat iceberg. It has 3 parts, and it's also made by a Dutchie, and it's really interesting. I kinda lost myself in these videos while editing, and I definitely also pulled a lot of information from these videos. And that's really all I have to say about this. I'm glad the series is still around for newer generations to watch and grow up on it like I did. And you know what? If you want to learn more about the Dutch lore, let me know.
I think you should definitely make some more Dutch lore videos, 100%. Get over So Flatish, all the love in the world. There was something about even the voiceover of this. It just seems so right. So it's very forward, but it seems so right. Who better to explain it? I absolutely enjoyed myself. I wasn't sure about this one when I saw the title. I was like, we might get a little political, but we touched on it and we moved on. And yeah, there's so many people out there that love Pat and Matt, and I've enjoyed the episodes that we've seen so far. I'm looking forward to checking out some more. I might not have grown up on it, but it's growing on me now. Get over, show the love. Links inside the description. Hit the like button if you liked it. The dislike button, but it won't believe you. Let me know what your favorite episode is down below. Till the next one, I'm Combustible. You guys be happy, healthy, safe. I love you to the moon and back. Peace.